saves it with his back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their comp.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Pulls it in. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Pocket breaking down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Caught over the middle. It's Moffitt. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on third down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Dropping back, it's Fox. Quickly complete. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Going to the running game. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds a tight end. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Shows him the stiff arm. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him. They hit him.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is on its way. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Back on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position Oh, he's got some space. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Dropping back, it's Fox. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Fox. Dumps it to the back. Caught. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Great protection there, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
Hey, he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. And down he goes back at the 3.
As an offense, you've got to know at this part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
The running back has it. Stumbled to the ground. They'll immediately call timeout.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC, or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him. He
unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Oh, he's got a chance. Still on his feet at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Here's the pressure. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Across the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's caught. It's Balkinson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Hard running there. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Wants to return it. He gets a block. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Makes the grab on the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really...
There he goes! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads it left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On 4th down, looking to pass. The throw. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll try the run. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Hauls it in. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. Off to the races. The 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And those are tough passes when you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Bringing the heat. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Here comes the heat. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Man, what a big spot, a big field goal, and he just misses the opportunity to tie this football game. That was needed, fourth quarter. That was a big-time game.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that. What a play by this defense to get the football.
Dude, let's go. I'm going to sit. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Runs through the tackle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Hooks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
When you're an offensive lineman, you have to sell pass on a draw play. You got to set real quick, make it look like a pass, and then boom, I'm leaving that guy. I'm hitting that running back right behind him. Now I can get to the second level, and you can see when I do that, you make big gains like this, catch the defense off guard.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, UNLV.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. They want to throw it. Fires it incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, midshipman. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
14, UNLV, 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
Rush is on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception.